Okay, so funny thing, I was talking about old video games and with a friend of mine, and we suddenly remembered this CD-Rom game. I had it at one time, loved playing it, and it's called Pharaoh. I'm wondering if anyone else remembers it. It was released in like 1999, 1998, 1999, somewhere in there, I think. Yeah, 1999, from what I can find. But and it's by Sierra. I've been able to find some things about it, because now there's like casino games and they use Pharaoh and Cleopatra and all these Egyptian themed whatevers, and it's really hard to find. But but anyway, oh, I loved that game. I've been trying to search all over creation because I had the CD-ROM. It was given to me for Christmas years ago. I didn't think it was that long ago, and it's a wonderful game. Back when there was like Age of Empires. Age of Empires was big. I don't know if people still play that one. Is that still popular? Please tell me it is. Because World of Warcraft is still popular. But Age of Empires was big, and basically Pharaoh is like the same thing. You build an empire and in Egypt, that's what it is. But there was Pharaoh and there was also Cleopatra, and they're pretty much the same thing. I guess one was the sequel to the other, and I don't know which was which, but I had one. I had Pharaoh. Loved it, loved playing it. But here's the thing and I may have gotten rid of it, and I'm gonna kick myself in the face if that's what happened, because I can't find it. So, and that's maybe what happened, because what you have to understand is a lot of people updated their computers after 2000, so about 2001, 2002, a lot of people updated their computer. My dad was one of them. We all updated our computers, and the CD-ROM games didn't work anymore. And so we still have some of our old CD-ROM games. I mean, now we can play Indiana Jones and the Fate of Atlantis and Commander Keen and some of these other ones on Steam, even though we have the CD-ROM. Well, the CD-ROM is pointless. I mean, it's an artifact, basically. But I had a couple CD-ROM games, and it's possible that because I couldn't play it anymore on the computer, I got rid of them. Not even thinking about it. It was just one of those, I was irritated, couldn't play it anymore, so got rid of it. But anyway, Pharaoh, again, please tell me that there are other people that know about this game. See, with Age of Empires, those were like the, I believe Roman and Greek cultures. I only played it like once or twice. But with Pharaoh, it was, you're in the Egyptian culture and you start out with a certain amount of money. I'm pretty sure you know how it works. You start out with a certain amount of money, and you build up your empire. I guess they call that like a, what do you call it, a simulation game? I don't know. I want to say that, and I know I'm going to be wrong, but anyway, you build your empire. And they were like, you build a, I'm totally blanking on what it's called, but you had to have soldiers, and you had, there was apothecaries, which is doctors' offices, and there, the mummification, what you call it, and the fun one was watching, and you had to have also workers. You had the schools so that you could have workers. So you had to build the school so that the people in your empire could understand how to build these places. So then you had to build a monument, because, you know, Pharaoh wanted one. And that was a lot of what bugged me so bad. To this day, I just find it more hilarious than anything, but it bugged me then. I had built up my empire, and basically how you win is you build up the empire, and then you build the pyramid, and you win. So I had slowly built up my empire, and you build it. And the other thing about the game is that you have to work on trading with other countries. So you have to make sure those run successfully, otherwise you're going to be invaded. Because if you don't make those other countries happy, they will hurt you. But you have other countries that are going to come in and invade anyway, because they just don't like you. So, because you don't just have soldiers there just to have soldiers there. So I had the trading routes, and those were running successfully. And then I had my soldiers taking care of everything, and I had all this other stuff, and I finally built up enough so that I could build the pyramids. So I built a pyramid, and then my dad updated everything and I couldn't access it. I was like, what? And then I thought, okay, well, I can start all over again. Because basically, once you do that, there's really nothing more you can do except for build more monuments here and monuments there. And so I tried to, no, the game was not, it kept showing up error. And but yeah, I miss playing that game. I had a friend who had Cleopatra, and basically we were trying to challenge each other. She had finished Cleopatra before I finished Pharaoh. She said that Cleopatra was pretty darn easy, but the thing about her was she was highly intelligent. I mean, she was a 4.0 student. Nothing got by her. I was like, why are you even playing this game? But yeah, so I was surprised that I even remembered the game, because it had been so long since and I've been looking around trying to see, because now I want to play it again. But I wouldn't mind, and it's one of those where I would rather I don't know, I'm kind of devoted to Steam right now. I know that a lot of times when you go through Steam, things are kind of like Indiana Jones and the Fate of Atlantis. When I was playing it, there were like some dialogue that was missing, but it wasn't enough that it was going to detract from the game. But I guess that there are some others that you play it and you're just like, because I bought another game that was Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. Now that one's a really old game. That was like from '89. And that one was like really glitchy because I got to a certain point and I kept dying. Well, then I had to read through the reviews and everything, and somebody was saying, well, you have to download this, and which was from where the game was made, so it wasn't like I was downloading something for, yeah, anyway, I know what I'm trying to say, I hope you get it. But, and I was able to get through that point, but now I'm trying to get through another point. And if you've ever played that Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade game, where it's like massive 8-bit, the Last Crusade game is interesting, and I'm interested to see just how much of it was for Steam. These kinds of games like Pharaoh, with it being, I'm wondering how much of it would be removed for Steam, but I don't know. I really did enjoy that game. Age of Empires was kind of, I'm not sure why I preferred Pharaoh over Age of Empires, because it seemed like Age of Empires, every 5 minutes you were being attacked. But with Pharaoh, you were actually given the chance, I mean, you understood more of, it was more of a learning experience, because, which doesn't make sense either, because, well, people were attacked back then. Who taught you history? No, I know they were attacked, but it seemed like every other, I mean, like, because there's like one point where you're in Age of Empires where you're gathering berries, all of a sudden you're attacked. So your food gatherers or whoever they are ends up dying. So then you're before your soldiers can go to protect those people. It was just, I don't know. But in Pharaoh, you train your soldiers to protect the city. Yeah, it seemed more, because you have, you're able to set up a trading route. You're able to set up, you have, I don't know if you have a navy. I don't remember if that's part of it. God, I played so many games. I do remember in Age of Empires you do. They're like starting to blend in my head right now. Because I played it, and I'm sure that people are like, well, yeah, Age of Empires now, and it's like, you don't understand. I played 1998 Age of Empires. That's the one I'm talking about. Just like, I was talking to someone about World of Warcraft, and I was referencing something from World of Warcraft 4.0 or something. Yeah, it was that one, and because there's some quotes in that one, and they looked at me like I had fireballs coming out of my head or something. Like that. What are you talking about? It's like, but anyway, so yeah. I remembered a video game and I wanted to talk about it.